Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far. So today's video is going to be my final project pan update for 2017. I'm going to go through and show you which products I was able to use up, which ones I wasn't really able to use up, and just give you an update. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you are new to these videos, it's basically just where you go through and you choose a bunch of products in your collection to either use up or try to hit pan on. I really like doing this because I feel like it's a good way to actually use your makeup products, and I do add a lot of makeup to my collection. I wouldn't say I'm a minimalist when it comes to makeup, but I still think it's really important to actually use up the products that I have in my collection. Some are easier than others, like face products. I struggle a little bit with lip products, but I just like challenging myself every year. I think in 2018, I'm going to include more project pan videos on my channel, so I might do different challenges, I might do just more frequent updates, but I feel like it really helps to keep me accountable to actually use up products instead of just adding more to my collection. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for my 2018 intro video, which will be up the first week of January, the first or second week of January. So let's jump into it and I'll show you guys what I was able to use up this year. So let me start with the products that I actually used up, and then I'll finish up with the products that I had a little bit more of a difficult time finishing. So I did use up 2 of the Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Longwear Liquid Foundations. I actually think that I used up 3 of these, but I don't know if I saved all 3 bottles. So I'm pretty sure I used up 3, or I'm like finishing my 3rd one right now. That's what it is. I finished 2 of them and I'm almost done with my 3rd one. So I went through a lot of this foundation this year. It's my absolute favorite. I actually just ordered another one. It's just like my go-to full coverage foundation and I love it so much. I did finish up an Hourglass foundation as well, but that wasn't included in my project pan. That's just kind of like a bonus. So I was able to finish this up, which is great. So I did finish one of the NARS Radiant Creamy concealers, and this was my all-time favorite concealer ever, and then I found out they weren't cruelty-free, so I started looking for a good alternative, and I actually discovered some more affordable concealers that I liked better than this one. So I was working on a second one and it kind of fell by the wayside once I discovered like ColourPop and Catrice, so I haven't finished the second one yet. I will finish it within like the next month or 2, but I'm still kind of working on the second one, but I was able to finish one of them up. I did finish the Tarte Clean Slate Poreless 12-Hour Perfecting Primer. This was actually in my project pan for 2016, and it took me almost 2 years to finish it up. It was like the never-ending face primer. Face primers last me forever, so I think I'm kind of like on a spending ban when it comes to face primers. I have quite a few in my collection, and I want to make a good dent in them before I add more to my collection in 2018, but I did really like this. I think it's been discontinued since I actually purchased it years ago, but it was a good primer. I finished up 2 of the Benefit Cosmetics Hello Flawless Powder Foundations. I don't know where the other one is. I don't think I saved it. I feel like I'm kind of bad about saving my empty products just because I don't really like to keep like trash in my room. I just have like a special drawer for them, so I must have thrown it away, but I really loved this powder. And then when I decided to go cruelty-free, I thought it was going to be one of the products that I would miss the most, but honestly, I've been loving the Kat Von D Lock-It Powder Foundation more than this one. So this is a good powder, but the Kat Von D is a great alternative and it's cruelty-free. But I was able to finish up the 2 that I had in my collection. You guys, I finished up the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This was like the never-ending bronzer. I used it every single day for months and months, and I felt like I wasn't even making a dent in it until one day, like I finally hit pan on it, and then it was a little bit easier to actually finish the product up. But I love this bronzer. You honestly get your money's worth with this product because it will last you forever. It was the only bronzer that I used for the majority of 2017, and I really enjoy it. I'm kind of working on my second one. I think I might include that in my project pan for 2018, but this is a great product. And then I almost finished up Benefit's Hoola. I'm counting it as like a finished product. I've had this product in my collection for a while, and I kind of feel like the product itself is pretty much expired. It's just not working the same as it used to. The color's not the same, the formula's not the same, but I made a really, really good dent in it. I'm counting it as a finished product because I used it until I couldn't really use it anymore. So I'm pretty happy with the progress that I made on that one. I finished up a ton of eye products. I feel like I did the best in the eye product category. So I finished up a bunch of eyeshadow primers. A lot of these were in my project pan for 2016, and they carried over into 2017, so I was able to finish them up. The first one is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. It's the anti-aging version, and I used up the entire thing. I also finished up the Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Eyeshadow Primer. I ended up throwing that one away because I forgot to hang on to it for this video, but those 3 eye primers lasted forever. I think they were all in my 2016 video, and I even finished up an additional one that wasn't in my project pan. So from now on, I'm going to stick with like one eyeshadow primer. They seem to last forever. I really don't need multiple eyeshadow primers, so I have quite a few in my collection. Once I work my way through those, I'm just going to purchase one from now on because they last honestly forever. So I finished up a couple of eyeliners. The first one is the Physicians Formula Eye Booster 2-in-1 Lash Boosting Eyeliner in Serum. Longest name ever, but it's a really good drugstore eyeliner. I would recommend getting the shade Ultra Black because the shade Black is more of like a charcoal gray, but it's one of my favorites. I actually repurchased it. It's the one that I'm using right now. I just recently opened up a brand new one because I did finish up the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in the shade Trooper, and I said once I finished this one up, I could buy another one of the Physicians Formula eyeliners. So I did finish both of these. I also finished up a mini Kat Von D Tattoo Liner and then a full-sized NYX liquid liner. So I feel like I did a pretty good job with my liquid liners this year. Again, I have a couple in my collection that I'm going to work on for 2018 before I purchase more of them, but I love both of these. I think they're great options. These are all of the mascaras that I finished up this year. I think I even had more. I've been going through mascara like crazy because I don't wear false lashes anymore, so I feel like because I don't wear false lashes, I tend to layer on the mascara a little bit more heavily than I did in the past. So I was able to finish up the Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara, which is a great option, but Maybelline's not cruelty-free, so I won't be repurchasing it, but I did enjoy it. And then I finished up 3 of the Essence Cosmetics Lash Princess mascaras. I actually just repurchased this today because I placed an Ulta order. It's my favorite drugstore mascara. I have 2 favorites, and this is one of them. My other favorite mascara is the IT Cosmetics Superhero, which I did finish up 2 of these as well. They're actually pretty similar, but I find the IT Cosmetics Superhero just to be a little bit better. I think it makes my lashes look a little bit thicker, a little more voluminous and more dramatic, but really, you know, for $5, the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara is definitely worth trying. So I definitely made my way through quite a few mascaras. Another product that I finished up but I did toss is the Tarte Cosmetics Lipsurgence Lip Gloss in the shade Envy. I had that in my collection for way too long. There was probably a little bit left when I ended up tossing it, but I feel like for the most part I did a pretty good job at using up the majority of the product. And then here are 4 products that I didn't completely finish, but I will finish them within the next month or 2. So the first one is the Buxom lip gloss in the shade Dolly. This is my favorite lip gloss of all time. You guys can see how much I actually used, which is actually quite a bit. This lip gloss lasts for a really long time, which I appreciate because it's not a super affordable lip gloss, and I wear this all the time. Like whenever I'm running errands or I want just like a pretty color on my lips that's easy to use, I will throw this one on. It stays in my purse and it's a really great option. So I'm sure I'll finish this up within the next month or 2. It's kind of like my go-to winter gloss. So this product I actually did end up decluttering from my collection just because I did use up the majority of it. I used it so often. I was trying so hard to completely finish it up, but I think it expired on me. It's the Cover FX SPF 30 Protection Primer. I had it in my collection for a while, and I just feel like the scent changed, the texture changed. It was a little bit different than when I first started using it. So I ended up removing it from my collection, but I did a pretty good job at using up the majority of it. I feel like maybe there's like a week or 2 left in here, but for the most part, I finished it. And then the last product that I didn't finish, but I'll end up finishing, this one's probably by like the end of 2018, is the Tokyo Milk Salted Caramel Lip Balm. I actually lost this for a little while and then I found it, so I'm using it again. I think I started using this in 2016. It comes in like a pot form, so it's not the most sanitary, so I think I might use it for another few months and then I'll probably end up tossing it if I don't finish it, but I've been using it really often, so there is a chance I'll be able to actually finish it up completely. So I said in the beginning that I used up over $450 worth of makeup, but if I use up those products as well, it will be closer to $500. So that makes me feel really accomplished. I used to have this mindset where if I spent $500 on makeup, I didn't want to use it up because I felt like, you know, I would use it and it was gone. You know, but at the same time, I feel like because I spent $500 on it, I should use it up and it should be put to good use and I should get, you know, complete use out of the product instead of just having it sit in my drawer going to waste. So I am excited that I used up so many products. I'm really proud of myself. But I will admit that there are some products that I did not finish up that I really didn't make much of a dent in, that I had a really hard time with. I feel like lip products are so hard for me, lip products and eyeshadow palettes. So these are the products that I didn't finish up. I really didn't even come close to finishing them, so I'll share them with you guys. The first one is the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the shade Exposed. I tried to finish this up. I use this blush all the time because it is one of my favorites, and I included it in my project pan because it is a little bit on the older side. I've had it for years and years and years, and I just feel like it's gotten, like, it's different. The texture is not the same, the color is not the same, it's not as blendable or smooth or pigmented as the other Tarte blushes that I have. So unfortunately, it is time to get rid of this blush. I'm going to repurchase it and get a new one. I wish they sold all mini sizes because I have a bunch of the Tarte minis and I feel like they're the perfect size for me. I might be able to find one online somewhere, but I love this blush. I tried hard to use it up, but I just feel like there's so much product in here. It would just, it'd have to be the only blush that I ever wore, and I've been switching it up a lot. So I didn't finish this one. I also didn't finish up the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in the shade Might Be. Again, I tried. I wore this product a lot, but these are never ending, and it's definitely made me reevaluate, you know, as to whether or not I actually need to add more of them to my collection because they last a very long time, and I don't think I've purchased any of them in 2017 because they just last forever. I use this on the eyes, I use it on the cheeks, and I feel like I barely made a dent in it. So I'm going to keep this product in my collection and just kind of use it and enjoy it and not really worry about like completely using it up anymore. But I kind of feel like I learned a lesson in that I don't need to purchase any more ColourPop Super Shock Cheek products because I have quite a few in my collection. I didn't finish up the Smashbox Cover Shot Golden Hour eyeshadow palette. I actually ended up removing it from my project pan just because I found that I wasn't enjoying it. I'm not going to put an eyeshadow palette in my project pan for 2018. I just personally wear so many different eyeshadows and so many different palettes that I feel like when I have a palette in my project pan, it doesn't make sense because I won't end up using it up, and then I'll also end up neglecting other palettes to try to use it up, and I'm just not the biggest fan of adding them to my collection just because I do love eyeshadow palettes so much. So I really didn't make very good progress on this one at all. I like the palette, I just don't like it, you know, as an everyday eyeshadow palette. I feel like even if I wore this palette every single day, I don't think I would end up using it up. So I didn't make good progress on this one at all. Moving on to 3 different lip products. I actually ended up removing this one from my project pan as well. It is the Mineral Fusion lipstick in the shade Nude Chair. It's a really beautiful color, and I like it when I pair it with a lip gloss just because the two of them combined feel really comfortable and look really beautiful, but I find this to be a little bit drying, so I wasn't really reaching for it super often. Sometimes I would throw a gloss over it, but sometimes I wouldn't, and I just ended up removing it. If I find that I don't really like a product, I don't force myself to finish it. It just doesn't make sense to me. I usually end up passing it along to somebody else, so this product did not get a whole lot of use in 2017. These are 2 products that I love, but again, I just wear so many different lipsticks that it doesn't make sense for me to try to use up a bunch of lip products. I think next year, or like next week, I'm going to include 1 lipstick and 1 lip gloss and maybe 1 lip liner, and then if I finish those up I can always add more. But I didn't finish up the ColourPop Lippy Stick in the shade Aquarius. I feel like I did, or I made like a good dent in this product because I do wear it pretty often, especially for a nude lipstick. I have so many nude lipsticks in my collection, but I wasn't really close to finishing it up, so I'll continue to work on it in 2018, but I don't know if I'll even end up finishing it up next year either. And the last product is the NARS Audacious Lipstick in the shade Anna. Honestly, you guys, if I'm being completely honest with you, I don't know if I even used this once during 2017. I might have, but I don't remember wearing it a whole lot. It used to be my favorite lipstick of all time. I love the formula, I love the color, but I feel like there are other lip products in my collection that I reach for a lot more than this one these days. I don't wear a whole lot of pink lipsticks, so I used to, I just don't really anymore, so I feel like it kind of got neglected in my collection. So I'm not going to try to finish it up in 2018. It's just going to go back into my collection and be something that I enjoy on occasion. Okay guys, that is the end of my video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for my Project Pan 2018 introduction video. I think I'm going to be a little bit more strategic about which products I choose for 2018. I'll probably end up choosing products that have been in my collection for a while, that have been neglected, that might be expiring soon. so we'll see how it goes, but I'm excited to include more project pan videos on my channel in the new year. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.